because of their time there, let's allow them talk to us before they go. So the co-host is in charge. So our first speaker, I'm going to allow Laura to speak to us this morning in their place this morning. This is 3 a.m. in China now. So I will allow her to talk to us and greet us. A lot of customers, if you have done business with Light Express, you may have heard about Laura. You may not have seen her picture. You may not have seen her, but you're going to see her right now. She's a beautiful lady, a lady with so much interest in growth of people. She's so patient with people, and she has been with Light Express over the years. She's, where is she again? She's married with kids. She lives in Guangzhou in China. She's awesome. Laura, you're welcome. I'm going to bring her up. Laura, you can unmute yourself and say hi to us.
Hello.
Hello, Laura. We'd
Hello.
like to see you. Yeah,
nice
good to see you, Laura. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for being part of this meeting. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. You are such a gift. I think I have said to you severally that, wow, that you look, your husband must be proud of you because you're really, really very intelligent. And working with you has really, really, really paid me. Working with you has been awesome. I think we have never quarreled. We have worked as colleagues and friends over the years. So thank you so much. So I present to you Laura. Laura is a very intelligent lady who has been in part, she lives in China, and she has been part of Light Express over the years, and she's going to speak to us this evening regarding procurement. She is in charge of procurement in Light Express. She's a procurement manager Light Express has, and she worked with other teams, over 5 of them in that team, and she's doing very well. I would like to leave the floor for her. Laura, can you please tell us what you got for us tonight? Thank you.
Thank you. So my name is Laura. I think I can see many customers. Maybe we chatted before. My job here in China is just buy and collect goods. Because you see, Light Express is not just into shipping, but also help all our customers to buy and source for all kinds of products here in China. We have developed a system that connects Light Express logistics with many factories in China and across the world. We have all factories contact, and all you need is to reach us, and we can buy for you, or we can negotiate with the factory what you need. Maybe the quantity and then maybe the price. You just tell us, and we can help you. Maybe if you have any products you wish to brand or mass products, you can send us an email also. Okay. Thank you. Thanks. I will be happy to work with you and the success of brand and company. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So Laura, thank you so much. She's funny enough, the Chinese are not really conversant with the language we speak here. So most of them, she's one of the most intelligent people in China. I'm seriously speaking now. She speaks well. Their English is very.
I'm sorry, maybe I can't quite let you quite understand me because of my poor English.
Yeah, no. Your English is very, very understanding. You have a clear English compared to your colleagues over there. So
Thank you. Thank
we
you.
understand the way it goes. Here, even here, we still have our own local languages. So it's like that. So your English is not your language. English is not our
Thank you.
language. English is a borrowed language. It's the language we communicate with. So I think you have done very well. Let me just emphasize a bit on what she has said. She's procurement manager, and her job is because Light Express has a system that connects factories, major factories in China. So she links up customers with factories, and she negotiates between the factories and the customers. Over the years, she has been able to seal deals on behalf of some companies and pull out the goods and bring and they ship it to Nigeria. Even me as a supervisor here in Nigeria, I don't do the kind of work she do. She's always awake. She's always on the system. She's always replying. She's always online, and I really appreciate her. So listening to her has encouraged me also, and following her up over the years has encouraged me to know that this job is a job I need to give all my time and all my energy. So if you have any brand, any product you want to mass produce, you want to brand, it is encouraging to have your own brand as a dealer. You're dealing on shoes. Many people want to build a shoe and have their own brand. Over time, you can't be selling somebody's brand over the years. You can't be dealing, you need to develop a system where you can have one product and let the product have your name. That's, you're developing a brand for yourself. So over the years, you own a brand. So if you want to own a brand, you can connect with her. If you want to mass produce a brand, you can connect with her. If you want her to negotiate between a factory, some people want to do a large quantity, 1 container, 2 containers, she can be there to help you out. So there are many ways she can help you. But when you're chatting her up on WeChat or on WhatsApp, she will understand better because she will read to understand. And again, WeChat helps to translate the English you're typing. So they don't need to read English over there. As you're typing on WeChat, WeChat is helping them to translate the English to their local language so that they can, that will help them understand it more. So she's on WeChat. After this meeting, if you want her number, I can give you her number. But she has mentioned, Laura, please, can you drop the mail on the chat? You have a mail, the email address they can reach you with. Drop it on the chat point so that they can copy the email
maybe
address.
WeChat. Now WeChat is very popular in China. Most people use WeChat to contact each other because you know now in China now the WhatsApp you can't use. Most people can't use WhatsApp. Most we use WeChat.
Okay.
Okay, I send my WeChat
okay,
on it.
Okay, yeah, you can send your WeChat. Let them connect you with WeChat. Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, I would allow you to go to sleep, so you can just log out. And but if you have, let me find out if they have any question, I'll get in touch with you later on. So you can give me like 20 minutes. Let me take the next station. Then we now see if they have a question for you. I would want you to answer your question by yourself. All right.
Curse you, Darlington! You found my
Okay. I'm going to bring up a man full of wisdom. His name rings a bell for those in Nigeria here. He's awesome. He's a loving guy. He's a married man with kids, and I've known this man for about 10 years and working with Light Express also. he's very intelligent. He's the man behind this program. I'm talking in regard to a man like Bassey by his name. So I'm going to bring up Bassey to share with us his experience, and he tell us a little story about himself and how he got in touch with Light Express and what happened over the years and what finally came to be. So I think Bassey is online. So if he's hearing me, I would like him to just come and share with us in 10 minutes what happened and how Light Express has been able to help him achieve his goals and has helped him in his business. He's part of this meeting. Yeah, please, can you help me welcome Bassey? Bassey is the managing director of Torchlight Effects. He has, last time I called him, he said he's in Port Harcourt as of yesterday. So I don't even know the city. I don't even know the city he lives in, because he's in Port Harcourt, he's in Abuja, he's in Lagos, he's in where I don't know where he stays. So he has to tell us. All right, over to you, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, Bassey. Okay, so while he is fixing up something, let me take the floor and do some brief introduction. I want to just point out a few things about Light Express that you need to know. Well, Light Express, I want to share with you our vision and our mission and our core values and our brand promise, which is very important. I need you to understand that these three things makes up Light Express. So over the years, Light Express have been trying to follow up their mission, which is Light Express mission statement is to become the world preferred bridging stroke supply chain logistic company, applying insight, service quality, and innovation to create sustainable growth for companies, businesses, and society. So the major mission of Light Express is to create a sustainable growth for companies, businesses, and society. And our vision is connecting people, companies, businesses, and communities to a better future and opportunity through logistics. We're not just doing logistics, we are connecting people to business people to a better future through logistics. So logistics is a very wide business, it's a very wide set of business that you may not cover up every part of it, every aspect of it. But Light Express, we try as much as we can to cover up our customers' demands as regarding our mission. So our brand promises is to help people remember and deliver our vision, mission, and value as we created as brand promise. So we try as much as we can also to make sure that nothing is missing. All your requests is answered. There's some people here who have had experiences with Light Express. Our last meeting, I was amazed. The lady said that, oh, she has had a very bad experience with Light Express, but she has come to discover that Light Express is among the best companies she has ever used. I was so excited to hear that. And she said she promised that she will continue using Light Express because Light Express has delivered for her over the years. So I think she's in the meeting. Many other people also have also admitted and also owned up to what Light Express has contributed to their own personal business. So, Bassey, are you ready now?
Yes, I'm ready. Sorry for that. I had a little technical hinge.
Okay, okay, so, okay,
Good
over
evening,
to you,
everybody.
sir.
All right, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
I want to thank all of you for gathering here today, and I also want to express my gratitude to Light Express. It's been a wonderful experience working with them. The reality is that I never liked importation business. I knew it was one good business. It's affordable buying things from there, but I never used to like it because they duped a friend of mine of a huge amount of money, and I wasn't a fan of it. But I met a staff of Light Express, and they were able to convince me, and I did a transaction with them, and it was an amazing experience. I used to think that people will run away with the money, or when they tell you that goods are being delayed, it's all cock and bull story. But I saw a whole lot of sincerity in them. The guy said I should pay XYZ dollar. I give it to them. They went and paid it without any problem. They said I should do this. The guys helped me. In fact, virtually, I was communicating with Light Express, not even talking again with the manufacturers because they were doing the job for me. I'll call them anytime at night. They'll always respond and make sure that they deliver all those things. Even when I had a little hint, which was not from them, my goods were delayed. One of my last procurement was delayed for about 7 months. But based on my past experience with them, I wasn't bothered at all. At some point, their guy was like calling me, "Are you not worried? Are you not this?" I said, based on your track record, based on your antecedents, I don't have to worry. This is just one of those things that can happen to anybody. So I would want to encourage each and every one of you here, if you have any transaction to do with Light Express, go ahead and do with them. They are trustworthy. They are good in what they are doing. So that's my little story. They have never failed me, and I'm very, very sure they will never fail me. Thank you very much for having me this evening.
Thank you, boss. The director of Touchlight Effects, don't mind the way he's speaking. He's a very simple person. If you see him outside, you may not have access to greet him. Touchlight Effect, they're into lightning. He has his own brand of light. This light they use in churches, in clubs. So he's not a small person. So don't mind the way he's speaking. He's very humble. I love him because he's humble. Connecting with him, first time I was connected to him, I felt like a good man, because he's very important to this society. Thank you so much, Mr. Bassey. Thank you. I think we're coming to a very crucial time right now. I need to point out the major thing, the major reason why we're here tonight. And in the next 10, 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to hit the nail on the head. And I am sure you're going to be impacted. Your understanding of import and export is going to grow. You're going to have more knowledge to what you're doing. You're going to add more knowledge to what you're doing. You're going to have more insight in what you're doing. Your business is going to take a new shape because you're here. So this evening, I have introduced myself. My name is Tobias. A lot of people who deal with Light Express have seen me. They have known me. I've harassed some people. We have harassed ourselves. We have quarreled. We are friends. So, but this evening, I want to speak to us briefly on the topic I titled Mastering Import and Export Business. You know, when that name import and export business is being mentioned, it puts smiles on our faces because it is something that a lot of people want to get involved in. It is a business that people want to get involved with, people want to associate with, people want to relate with. So when it is being mentioned, it rings a bell because everybody want to hear about import and export. Everybody want to be part of import and export. But truly speaking, as long as you're living on this planet Earth, you have something to do with import and export. If you're not importing, somebody is importing on your behalf. If you're not exporting, somebody is exporting on your behalf. If you say you're a medical doctor, that you're not into importation, you're wearing the clothes you're wearing is being imported. The gadgets you're using is being imported. Okay, some of the things you're using is being imported and exported. So import and export is something everybody must have at least basic knowledge, because one way or the other, you have to send a parcel across this country. And when we talk about import and export, some of us look at it as if when you have 10 containers, that is when you're doing import and export. Now, if you have one parcel coming from Malaysia, you are into import. Even if it is one pen biro that you have coming from Malaysia, that is importation you're doing already. It does not matter the quantity, it does not matter the amount of money you invested. All matters is that you have a parcel coming from abroad, and you're importing something. And if you have anything leaving this country, Nigeria, to any other country, let it even be our neighboring country like the Republic, you are exporting something. It's crossing the border. Once it crosses the border, is exportation. Once it crosses, it's coming from abroad, is importation. So importation does not literally mean having one container, having two containers. No, importation means exchanging goods or sending goods, exporting goods, sending goods to some other countries, or bringing goods from some other countries. So this evening, I'm going to point out 10 basic tips. 10 basic tips. I have them over 50, but looking at the time, I want to just give us 10 basic tips. 10 basic tips on how to become a successful importer and export agent. Now, you find out that this topic about import is a very interesting topic. A lot of people want to get involved with it. I've said it earlier on, but they don't know how to go about it. Sometimes I get angry with kind of questions I hear people ask me. What can I buy? Where can I buy? How do I buy? Who can buy for me? How do I pay my suppliers? How do I transfer my money? How do I calculate shipping rates? How do I calculate how many kg makes one CBM? How many CBM makes 1 kg? All those questions are the questions sometimes I get angry. I find it difficult to answer. But at the End of the thing, I will still answer it because it's necessary and it is important to the person that is asking the question. So tonight I'm going to share briefly on that, on mastering important export and how to become very successful in it. Now, first thing you must know and you must do and you must know is you must find out what product do I need to import. Now, I heard somebody contacted me yesterday and telling me, oh, I want to import shoes, bags, phones, and iPhones. Now, the person doesn't know exactly what she wants. And she's having maybe like 50,000, 100,000, or 200,000, or 500,000. Sincerely speaking, if you really want to be a successful importer or a successful seller or a successful business person, you must have a target and you must streamline your business. You must streamline your business. You must not sell everything. You must not do everything. You must find out what product do I need to deal on to get people who know me. So I need to deal on one particular product so that I will be well known. Okay, I'm a Christian. My pastor used to tell us stories like, today you're selling crayfish, tomorrow you're selling tomatoes. So the person who knew us yesterday selling crayfish will come to your shop today and find out that you have changed. You're not selling tomatoes. Madam, you're selling tomatoes this morning. I thought you were selling crayfish yesterday. Okay, next time she now wants tomatoes, she has come to your shop and you're not selling akara. So next time she won't come back because you have not streamlined your business, you're not focused. So it is very important if you identify your own area and focus on it. You want to deal on shoes. Make your shoes a brand. Get your kind of shoes you want to sell. And let everybody know you that you sell ladies' shoes and your kind of ladies' shoes, and make sure that you know everything about ladies' shoes. So number one thing you need to know as an importer is that you need to find your product that you represent. You must represent a product. Find a product you want to represent. That's number one. You must not represent every product. Find a product you want to represent. That's number one. Number two, build a range of products. You need to understand that when you find the product you want to represent, you have to build a range on it. Build it. Learn it. How do I get it done? How do I develop the system to run it? How do I get the knowledge? Who do I contact? What qualities, what style do I implement? What is in vogue in that? So you need to make sure that you build a range of products. That's number two. Now, number three is make sure your product knowledge is 100%. Don't be shallow in your business. In our office here in Nigeria, sometimes I used to tell my colleagues that I don't know does not exist here. Sometimes issues will come up and we'll say, what do we do? The other person will say, I don't know. Okay, if you don't know, am I the one that knows? This problem is on your desk, so you must find a solution. So what I'm trying to say is that make sure your product knowledge is 100%. Learn what you are doing. Get the details of what you are doing. Make researches on that particular product you're dealing with. Get information from the factories or from the suppliers or from the producers and compare with other people. Don't just be shallow. Get a deep knowledge of what you want to do and follow it up. That I'm going to point this with my friend that just spoke to us, Bassey. Touchlight Effect does free consultation to churches and to clubs. Now, if you call them to tell you more about lightning, they will not tell you they don't know. They will give you details of lightning, the kind of light that will fit your some particular environment, and the kind of light you need to light some stages, and they will have every details about their product. So you need to know 100%, not 10%. Work hard to get details. That's number 3. Number 4, do you know your competitors' research? Do your competitors' research. Now, who are my competitors? Who am I competing with? What brand resembles my own? What quality resembles my own? Is my quality low? Find out those things. Number 5, make sure you are aware of any safety regulation. Somebody would ask me, this product I want to bring in from China, will Sun catch me? Sun, for those of us who doesn't know, Sun is Standard Organization of Nigeria. But I must tell you, we don't have Sun in this country. I'm sorry, before they come arrest me. Don't say I said you didn't see me here. So, but the truth is that you need to know the regulation that is guiding your own area of product. Do you need to be involved? Ask questions. Get your agent. Call Light Express, for instance. I want to bring in so item. What do I need to do? Will Sun catch me? Will NAFDAC catch me? Some people don't know that as small as a bottle of cream, pomade, is NAFDAC will catch you and they will charge you 50,000. So somebody will have 200 pairs of shoes. And out of 200 pairs of shoes, she has maybe 5 small containers of liquid content. If NAFDAC find out that the liquid content inside that pack, they will remove it and seize the whole pack, both together with the shoe and together with the liquid content, because that thing is their area of specialty. So what they will do is to charge the company excess money, additional money for bringing something that doesn't have that number. But customer will come to the office and when we tell them that NAFDAC has caught up with their goods, they will begin to shout, what do I have to do with NAFDAC? What is my problem with NAFDAC? What concerns me with NAFDAC? It concerns you because you imported something that deals with NAFDAC. And they will make serious trouble, and we try to calm them down. Over the time, we'll solve the problem. So what I'm saying here is make sure you are aware of any safety regulation about your product. Number 6, establish what territory you want to represent. Okay, I want my product to be based in Nigeria. Okay, so my product is, I love something I saw recently, a new product that is trending recently. I'm sure some of us are using Oppo phone, Oppo. If you buy Oppo, look at the back of Oppo, it is actually made for Nigerians. Oppo is customized for Nigerians. So the phone was made with Nigerian in mind. The battery of Oppo phone is very strong. I'm not advertising for them, they have not paid me. Oppo phone, their battery is very strong. Oppo phone is rugged. It's a very rugged phone. So all those things was put in place because it's coming to Nigeria. So what area are you representing? Are you representing Nigeria? Then find the quality that can sell in Nigeria. Are you representing Nigeria? Then find the area you want to represent. If your business is international, find a particular area and focus. Number 7, understand clauses. You need to understand that It's not everything I must do. It's not everything I must do. You have a limit. You have a limit. I must limit myself. No, you must not do everything. You must not get involved with everything. So if a client calls you, bro, are you in this thing? Are you in this? No. This is what we can do, and this is how we do what we do. So you need to let them know that this is how you do what you do, not them defining to you what they want you to do. Some customers want to be the one to define what they want you to do. So you're going to bypass your policy to do what they want, which is wrong. So before now you have a policy guiding your company, guiding your product. So the customer that is coming must follow the policy, must follow that particular pattern which you have instituted. Okay, I'm just trying to 10 tips before you become a successful importer. Then I will share with us the rest of what it takes on import and export. Number 8, make sure you get samples. Make sure you get samples. Make sure you get samples. Somebody will just come and say, I want to import 200 pairs of shoes. Before you know it, the person has sent 200,000 naira to China and will package one kind of shoe and send to them. Somebody has quarreled me some time ago that the company did procurement for her and we duped her. How can we be so wicked that we duped her? I said, what happened, madam? He said that she sent us a link and the shoe came out and discovered that the shoes were fake. I said, madam, are you not the one that gave them the link? He said, I was the one. I said, so okay. Whether the one that got the link for you, they said, no, they got the link she got the link. I said, no, you gave them the link, so you gave them the contact of the supplier. And they purchased what they saw. So it is not their fault. It is your fault because you would have gotten a sample. Make sure you get a sample of a product before you mass produce. Even if you have a sample here in Nigeria, you can get that sample, we will export it back to China and tell the factory that this is what we want. They will get that sample done, exactly what you have sent to them, and still send you back the sample. Then you will look at the sample and say, okay, oh, this sample, this is exactly what I want, or this is not what I want exactly. Make it this way, make it this way. You now tell them to change it to what you want. So make sure you get a sample of a product before you go into it fully. Number 9, make sure you have promotional materials. Promotional materials, instead of starting it, okay, I'm starting it, I don't have a label, or I'm going to start a brand of t-shirt, but there's no label on it. Yeah, there's no name on it. No. Get promotional materials. Get your advert done, get your handbills done, and make sure that product enters the market. Then number 10, know what commission rate you want going into negotiation. Okay, if you want to go into a negotiation with a company or you want to become an agent, you must know your commission rate. Not just becoming an agent. Some of you here listening to me are agents. So you know your commission rate. Also, what commission rate do I have? What exactly do I need to know? Okay, I want to be using 10% commission rate, 20% commission rate. So every detail, every business I'm doing, every procurement I'm doing, or every business I'm doing, my profit is 5%. That's why I love Chinese. Chinese will tell you, oh, my profit is 3%, or 5%, or 10%. So any product you submit to them, they are going to take 10% of that money. If you give them 200,000 US, they'll take 10%, and they will keep your own for you. That's who they are. They don't joke with that your percentage, that their percentage. They will take their percentage and leave the rest for you, because it is agreed that they are going to take 5%. That's Chinese for you, and I love them for that. So as an import and export agent, you need to know your commission rate. Very important. Then I'm going to go a bit further. I'm sure you got some things with these 10 tips I just mentioned. This program is being recorded. In case you want to listen to it another day, you can request for it after now. But I want to, the next 10 minutes, I want to share with you the major thing that will make you successful in this import and export business. I made mention of this thing in our last meeting last month. One of the things that will make you successful is know your shipper. Know your shipper. You must know who the company you want to ship with. Or you want to ship with Light Express. So, okay, who do I know in Light Express? Who can I call to get an inquiry? Who can I call to get details? You must know your shipper. Not just submitting your product or submitting your goods to them. Not just submitting your product to them, but knowing who is handling your goods. Who exactly is handling your goods? So you must know them. Okay, Light Express is handling my goods. Who do I know in Light Express? Who can I call in Light Express? Who do I have a relationship with in Light Express? Or is it what is happening in Light Express? Can they handle my details? So you must know your shipper. Know your shipper. Your shipper will help you. One of the things your shipper will help you to do is they will help you calculate your rate, shipping rate. Once you know your kg, you know your CBM. For those of us who doesn't know what CBM means, CBM means cubic meters. It is being used when you're doing sea shipping. I have said our last meeting, I didn't want to go into that. Our last meeting, there's two major kind of shipping, which is by air and by sea, when it has to do with import and export. So the shipping is by air. You can export through air cargo. You can export through sea cargo. Through sea cargo is containerized when you're using a container or you're using a reel. Reel, most times in sea shipping is when it's a pallet or is a vehicle. I don't want to go deep so that I will not cause trouble. But there's what we call pallet. A pallet is a bale, a very large set of goods brought together. It's called a pallet. So a pallet is most times it's not less than 2,000 kg. It is going to be a large set of goods being brought together, and the machine, sometimes machine have to compress it to become a pallet, but sometimes it is being joined together and tied together. So you got to know your details, your CBM, and know your kg. Then give those informations to your shipper. Your shipper will ask you, okay, before you ship 20 kg, so I have 20 kg of shoes. So please, how much do I need to ship 20 kg? Then they will help you to calculate. Or I have 556 by 75 by 28 cm of goods. So how many CBM is that number? The shipper will help you calculate those numbers and give you approximately how many CBM that number you just mentioned. So who will give you the number? Your supplier. So when you contact your supplier, ask your supplier, please, what is the dimension of my package? So if the dimension of the package is 26 by 56 or by 74, then the supplier will help you say, okay, get you that dimension. Copy that dimension, send to your shipper. Your shipper will help you calculate it. and tell you, okay, your goods is 0.5 CBM or 7.5 CBM or 75 CBM. Because sometimes you have 20 carton and each carton is 0.5 CBM. So you're going to do 0.5 CBM by 20. It may give you 10 CBM. But as I said, 65 CBM makes 40 feet container. Some of us don't know that 65 CBM makes 40 feet container. So when you are shipping, so you can have 0.1 CBM. You can still ship by sea. You can have 0. Somebody will ask me, must my goods be up to 1 CBM for me to ship from by sea? I said, no, you can ship anything, even if it's 0.1 CBM, we'll still collect it. You are the one to take a decision that I want this one to go by sea. So, but so that it can be cheaper for me. So you decide. But by air is totally by kg. Then one of the things you must understand is that there are goods that is going by air that the airline is going to charge you by dimension. Let me give you an example. Last time we shipped Christmas lights, Christmas tree. You know, Christmas tree has a large size, but it doesn't have weight. So the carton that contains fixed Christmas tree is too large. By the time we took the Christmas tree to the airline, the space the thing has taken became much. So the airline, instead of charging us 4.5, for instance, they charge us 7.5 because we took a lot of space with one carton. So when we explained to the customer understood that his package or her package has the airline charged more money. So there are goods you can carry by air, they will still charge you by space. So somebody will say, some company has charged me by dimension. What are you carrying? So you need to know what you're carrying and find out if it is something that goes totally by kg or it goes by kg and by dimension. So I think basically that's on knowing your shipper. Number 2, things that will make you master this importation business is making sure that you do your calculation right. So I want to bring in a pair of 20 pair of shoes. What's the cost price? What's the shipping rate? What's the selling price? What's the market price? Okay, so which pattern of shipment do I use to bring down the cost of the product? Some of you will just jump, I want to do import and export. I'm talking to those who are new in the business. Want to go into import and export and invest your money. You didn't even know that for the landing cost is 2,005. It is sold 1,005 in the market. Okay, I've seen a friend of mine, a customer who contacted me when she got her goods from Newi in Anambra State that asked that the shoe she imported is sold 1,500 in the market. That she saw the shoe in the market and the landing cost of that shoe for her was 2,000 something. And she saw it in the market for 1,500. She said if she knew, she would have bought it in Nigeria. So I told her, well, you did not make your market research. That means it is not the fault of the company, it is your fault for not making market research, for not investigating the product, so you failed on that area. So I think our time, this is 9 o'clock, we agreed this meeting is going to be 1 hour. But what I need to let you know is that over the time, we're going to be updating you with some information that will help you succeed in this business. Mastering import and export is we're going to teach you how to know a genuine product and how to make a brand name out of it. finding out a genuine product and a selling product and making out and owning it up. That's the lesson we're going to be teaching you, taking you through other times. But for now, I would want to take up some questions and contributions, if there is any. I think I've spoken for over 30 minutes now. But I think I've seen some questions too. Let me check those questions. So, hi, watch out. Good evening. All this is a very enlightening meeting. Okay, thank you for joining. Okay. Please, what's number 7? Okay, number 7. Number 7 on understanding clauses. That is your limit. Understand your limit. Understand your limit. It's not everything you must do. It's not everything you must do. It's not everything you must get yourself involved with. Know your barriers. Know your boundaries. Okay, and have your policies well drafted. So that's your product. Somebody, I met a friend of mine today who sells cars. I met a friend who sells cars. So he has his car stand. So he was telling me something. He said that some people will come to his car stand and they are looking at the car. This one has a... You're buying a tear-rubber car, you're buying a Tokumbo car. It's used. So if you want the one that doesn't have dent, please go to Toyota stand and buy a tear-rubber. That this car this year is fairly used. Is Tokumbo car. It's not a tear-rubber. So what I'm saying is always know your policies, know your limits, so that you'll be able to defend your product. You'll be able to defend your product. So I think that's the only question I got here. Any other question? Sure. Somebody asked, well done, sir. Please, may I know if the total shipping price by CBM can be declared earlier to my knowledge before the Chinese moves it? Sure. The Chinese may not be the one to tell you how much it is. But if you have the detail of the product, as I said, the dimension of that product, send the dimension to us. We will help you calculate it and tell you, okay, your goods is 0. something CBM. Then we have already told you that one CBM is $105 or $100 or $115 or $120, depending on the kind of product you're shipping. So when we give you your CBM, you can calculate it. Okay, last time a friend of mine contacted me that he has 7 CBM cable wire, and we made the calculation. The whole money was around 70-something thousand to ship. No, I think 1.something CBM shop. The whole money was 70-something thousand to ship it. But when we calculated it in by air, it was entering over 250,000 to ship it by air. Something you can ship by sea. Something you can ship by sea with 70,000, you end up spending 300 to 350,000 sending it by air. So you can easily know, your product pricing before it is being shipped. All right, any other question?
Yes, there's another question. Yes.
You can type.
There's another question here, sir. Somebody asked, can you emphasize on shipping battery items from your company to get to Nigeria?
Can we do what?
Can you emphasize on shipping battery items from your company? And I think get to Nigeria time frame.
Can you emphasize on the shipping pricing?
Oh, shipping battery items. Battery items. You remember on our last
Okay.
teaching, you talked about
Okay. Thank you. Okay, battery items is one of the products that we find it difficult to ship, but we still ship. There are categories of battery. Something like car batteries, airline don't want to carry it at all. Something like inverter batteries, airline don't want to carry it at all. But something like batteries, like phone battery, laptop batteries, rechargeable batteries, all these little batteries, those ones can be moved by air. But it takes longer time than shoes and bags and clothing and the rest of them. So when you're shipping anything like batteries, it takes 10 to 12 working days. 10 to 12 working days. Working days, not 10 to 12 days, it's working days. Because now why does it take 10 to 12 working days? Now, it is being shipped from Hong Kong, not from China. The airline that carries battery goods flies from Hong Kong to Nigeria. They don't fly from Guangzhou, China to Nigeria. So they have to move that goods by road to Hong Kong, which takes a day. Then when it gets there, that goods is not the only goods that you're going to leave. So they will allow that cargo to get filled up, which takes 2 days, 3 days before the cargo fills up and it flies. And after it has flied, it will still have what we call transit for those of us who have traveled, because the airline is going to their city. For instance, Ethiopia Airline will go to land in Ethiopia. Emirates will land in Dubai. Before they dispatch the goods, because that cargo that is coming from that particular place is not carrying only goods coming to Nigeria. It's carrying goods going to Egypt, carrying goods going to US, carrying goods going to different countries. If it is Qatar Airline, it's carrying goods going to different countries, not only Nigeria. So they don't fly direct to Nigeria. So they have to fly to their city, and a little flight, a smaller flight coming to Nigeria will carry that cargo. Back to Nigeria. So that's why that transit can take 3 days, 4 days before it leaves to Nigeria. So it takes a longer time, but it will surely arrive under 10 to 12 working days. But normal goods, other goods arrives 5 to 7 working days. I emphasize working days. Companies may not write it for you working days. But on this session, on this teaching, I'm going to tell you it's working days. But when you see it 5 to 7 days, 5 to 7 days, 5 to 7 days everywhere, it is working days. They will not tell you working days. They will just end up telling you that terms and conditions apply.
Okay, thank you very much for such an elaborate explanation. Then another question here is that, please, can I track my goods when it's shipped?
Of course, you can track your goods when it is shipped by air and by sea. If it is by air, if you have a full container, we'll give you the container number. For those who have full containers, we'll give you a container number, so you can just log in and track your container with the vessel. So if you get Apapa, you know it has get Apapa. If it is bettered, you know it has been bettered. If it is lifted from Apapa, you know it has been lifted from Apapa. But once it gets Apapa, once it's dropped from the vessel, that tracking is terminated. Okay. That's the point of the air, the sea. But for the air goods, if you have 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg to 10 kg, 20 kg, 30 kg, 40 kg, you can still track it, parcel by parcel. But remember, when you track it, is showing you a particular destination where your goods is. But that goods doesn't belong to only you. So some people would think that that particular tracking belongs, we can give you a tracking number, but that tracking belongs to generally everybody that has goods on that cargo. So but there's a system we are developing now. The system is when the goods get to your goods get to our China warehouse, you get a text message. You get a text message that your goods has arrived at our China warehouse. And when your goods finally leaves our China warehouse to Nigerian airport, you not get a text message. Then when you get to our warehouse, you not get the final text message that your goods has been cleared, come for pickup. So that particular tracking system is being worked on now, be ready in less than 1 month by God's grace. But if you have a large goods, we can give you a track number that can track your cargo. But it's not going to be only your goods, it's going to be a large part of goods.
Okay, thank you. Another question here is, please, what's the duration for sea freight?
I love that question. It's an intelligent question. Thank you. That I like explaining it this way. Everybody knows that Nigeria is 250 million people. Is actually that thing should not exceed 1 month, 3 weeks. Then a normal shipping process should not exceed 1 month, 3 weeks. But because of the country we are into, 250 million people having one seaport and using one seaport, the congestion in Apapa will make a container stay for 1 month. It has not been pulled out. So as at last week, August 24th, Light Express has a container that betted that we got arrival notice of the vessel that is carrying the container. But it took the vessel 2 to 3 weeks to bet. So because there was no space where the vessel would drop the containers. So the vessel was hanging by the seaside for like 2 weeks plus before he found a place to bet that container. Now that customer does not have the understanding of that thing. He's counting that time for us. So by the time he bet that container, it will take another 2 to 3 weeks for agent to pull it out. Even when the thing is being pulled out, for those of us living in Lagos, if you pass through Apapa, for truck to come out of Tinker, it takes that truck 1 week to come from Tinkan to the city. That is why a truck from Tinkan to Ireland, the same Ireland, something like 30 minutes drive, will charge 800,000 for one container because of the stress they go through to pull out one container. So that is so approximately it ends up in 2 months, 2 weeks, or 3 months max.
Okay.
But normally, if there's no congestion, it should be around 1 month, 3 weeks.
All right, sir. Another question here is that if after you give a dimensions and CBM is calculated, will it still be calculated at the same CBM when it arrives? Won't there be variations?
Okay. Now it depends on, most times it is the same, but sometimes it is not the same. It depends on your supplier. If your supplier, some of your supplier, when you ask them for dimensions, they will give you a dimension of a product that has no package. For instance, let me use TV as an example. You know TV is well packaged. So it has foil inside. So you ask the supplier, what's the dimension of the TV? They will give you the dimension of a TV without a carton, because it was measured and it's on their system already. So by the time that TV gets to a shipper, By the time that TV gets to the shipper will give you another dimension that is different from what the supplier gave you. Because by that time, the TV has gotten into foil, that is packaging foil inside it, and it entered into a carton, and entered into a sack bag, or probably a cabinet to protect it. So the dimension is going to increase. So it is in shoes, so it is in everything. If the package is not well done, it wasn't done before the dimension is being given, it will change the dimension when it gets to the shipper. But if the dimension is done and the package is done, it may not change the dimension when it gets to the shipper.
Okay, thank you. This one is just like an advice. He said, please, I will suggest that the weight of our goods should be included in the text messages before shipping. That's from one of them. All right. Then the next question here is, yes, please, can we know the weight of our goods before it arrives so that we will prepare for the money before it arrives?
Okay, it still relates to that suggestion. Now,
no,
getting to know.
Okay.
Getting to know your kg before it arrives is for sure. That's what we are saying, that the system is ongoing. Once your goods get to our China office, you get a text message having your name, your kg, and your type of shipping you have applied for. Now, if you want, for those of you dealing with us, we are now asking you to identify the kind of shipping you want, because everything is going to be implemented. By the time, if you tell, and we also ask you to identify the kind of goods you have, because we are having a lot of issues when somebody is having phone we don't know. There's a phone in your package gets delivered to our office. We have one piece of phone. Inside, the rest is bags, shoes, and one piece of phone is inside. And the company may not know. So when they ask the owner of the goods, he says, I have shoes. No, does she have shoes? Yes. But she didn't tell us that there's phone inside. By the time we take that goods to Guangzhou Airport, the system will reject that package. And the system rejecting it, they will have to take it back to the office again for another shipping day, because they ship not every day. So when the system identifies that there's battery goods inside that package that is carrying shoes, they will return that package. The whole package will go back. They will not open the package to remove the phone. Some customer will say, why don't you open the package and remove my phone and ship the rest? Did you tell us that there is phone inside? So always identify with us what is inside to help us know the best way to ship your goods. So if you have told the company that there is shoes, there's battery inside, they will, and you give them the permission to open it up. You give them the permission. Sorry, I have light off here. Please, can I have light?
Please, welcome to Nigeria. Go ahead, we can still see you.
Okay, so you need to let them know. You need to let them know that let us know that my package has battery, so I would want the battery to be removed and the battery to be packaged differently. Okay, that means the shoe can come differently, the battery can come differently, and there will be no issue. And you should know that the battery goods is higher than the normal goods. So if you pack your goods together, you have shoes 20 kg, you have one phone that is not up to 1 kg. If that goods goes to Hong Kong, they're going to charge you Hong Kong rates. You know, say, I only ship shoe, how come my rate is high? You didn't tell us that you had battery. So they charge you on the rate of battery goods. I think that's fine. That's for that.
Okay. Another person said here, okay, I think you've treated this question before. Say, may we know the weight and kg of our goods before it arrives from China? Niger factor. I think you've touched on that. He said the next one is, I have 2 missing packages since July. Up till now, I'm yet to receive it. Although I was told it's no longer in your China. I think you might understand that. I would want to.
Okay. If you have any missing,
if you ship that item through Light Express, please give us more details so that we know.
Okay, no, okay. If you have any meeting goods, it doesn't occur. But I think I got a complaint related to this some weeks ago. And we had issues, if some of you receive your goods, you will see that there's particular places they use knife to choke the carton or choke the bag. So sometimes they ask us, why is it that my carton is always torn with knife or with razor? Now, if that goods get to the airport, the custom there, they use knife and razor, sharp object to tear all the bags. So sometimes we have issues where somebody has small parcel inside the package, and by the time you get to the airport, custom will use knife to design it, looking for doing their job. And by that time, the loader will just carry that bag like that, put on the truck. And before you know it, one item will fall out. Second item will fall out. Now, not knowing that the item is not complete. And most times, if it is gadget, the gadget will be stolen. They will open the package, take out the phone, and put the carton back in that space. So that's why we ask that if you have phone, declare it for us, so we'll know where to hide it. Because if you don't declare your phone, it can come, and the place where the phone is where the custom will use knife to open. And by the time they open it, they will collect the phone and put back. They may not be the one to do it. Maybe some other way, something will happen and that phone will get missing because it was not well packaged after the custom has assessed it. So please always let us know. But for missing goods, I think we don't have missing goods. Maybe either it has a delay or it's a battery goods that has a delay, but I don't think there is missing goods. I told them to track it, that it may not be missing. If it's not in China office, it must be in Nigeria.
Okay, I think she further gave explanation that I did complain. I have sent a tracking code to one of your agents, but no good news yet. It's Teddy Bear and Yoni Pearl, sorry.
Okay, maybe it's a small parcel. If it's a small parcel,
Okay.
that points me to another thing. Sometimes when a small parcel comes to the office, it may not have name. We have said that please always tell your supplier to write your name on your goods. We have plenty packages in our China warehouse, and the company has taken a decision that if small parcel arrives at our office in China without name, we are not going to ship it, because by the time we ship that item, it doesn't have a name, we don't know who owns it. When it gets to Nigeria here, the thing will tie down the company's money, and we don't know who owns that thing. We don't know how to contact the owner because it does not have a name. So always declare your name. Let your supplier write your name on your package. If not, when you get to the office, they will not know that it belongs to you, and they will not ship it. And even when you request for it, they will tell you that they have not seen it. It may be in the warehouse, but they will not open all the packages there that does not have name, looking for one particular item. So that's the problem.
Okay. This is, I think another question just came in. Okay, the person said it was he has a missing wristwatch. That's that. But now he said, how can I get a direct link to the manufacturer? I have clients that needs cloth label.
Okay, the Laura has said you should send a mail to her, so you can send the mail to China Factory Direct at protonmail.com. So she will reply you, China Factory Direct at Proton, protonmail.com.
Okay, another question here is, nice one. My question is, how can one chat or talk directly with a supplier?
That's nice one. Okay, so if you want to chat directly with a supplier, it's a very easy. You can, if you don't have a supplier contact, you can ask Light Expert to help you with the supplier's contact. If your product is listed in on our system, we can get you a supplier contact to talk with the supplier. Then, but the best way to chat with a Chinese supplier is to have WeChat. If you're a China businessman, you must have WeChat, because WhatsApp is bound in China. So they use VPN to enter WhatsApp. So the best way to reach them is WeChat. If you download WeChat, there's no supplier that doesn't have WeChat in China. So I think WeChat will help you do a good business with them.
Okay. Well, another question, the next question here is a similar thing. Just to chat with them, just to avoid to get a legitimate stuff. They deal with bags, clothes. And how can we chat with the supplier? It's still the same question. So now it said, please, the email again. I didn't get it. The email again. Okay, the email is here.
I've typed the email on the comment.
Okay, okay. You have not said anything about my missing wristwatch. That's another comment.
I said, call the office. We may not say anything in your missing wristwatch. If it's a wristwatch, it's not missed, it's a battery goods, it may delay. So call the office line and they'll help you out.
Okay, another question here is, chatting with a supplier is not the issue, but how to connect with a supplier, please. Please let me answer this one, because this one is for me, this is the approach I use when I did business. All what I did was that I contacted a manufacturer, and we discussed. We had a price. When it comes to deep serious transaction, I created a group and added Light Express agents. So all of us, we were there. So when Light Express collected money from me, the person knew. So when the person now paid when Light Express now paid the people, I now know. So when they now sent the payment notification to Light Express, I saw everything. So you can, after establishing that contact, to be sure of what you're doing, you can create a WeChat group, linking all of you guys together. Then you do your discussions. That's my personal experience. Okay, another one here, please. Okay, I think it's the same question. Daily sincere delay since July ending. Where's the adjourned messages? Okay, we have not heard some. You have not said anything about my missing wristwatch. Okay, delayed since July ending. Well, he has been able to answer that. At this point, I would want to thank each and every one of you that has made it to today's meeting. It's a tremendous meeting, quite enlightening, quite rewarding. I want to say that thank you for believing in us. I am very, very certain that you will not have any cause to regret. For some of us that are joining now lately, there's a link I dropped earlier, the YouTube link I dropped earlier on the chat room, that can take you to the YouTube where this listen to it over and over again. So I would want to find out, is there any of your direct office email that you can drop, or phone contact, so that whenever they have issues or anything, they can reach you, they can reach the office directly? Is there any contact like that?
Yes, okay. If you have, okay, some of our suppliers, some of the suppliers are actually not sincere with our customers. If you have, there's one we're treating right now. If you have any issue with a Chinese company or a Chinese factory, you can just send it. You can send a mail to that same email address, China Factory Direct, letting them know that this is what you're experiencing with so supplier, with the details of the supplier, address, phone number. If you have, then the Chinese office will use the Chinese agency to track the person down and see if they can recover your fund. But if you have an issue with any China, with any business with Nigerian office, you can easily go to our website, www.lightexpress.com, and make your pick up a phone number and call, and they will help you out.
Okay, I think this should be the last question that we take for tonight, because time is not on our side. He said, does your company help us in event of a scam supplier, probably after payment, but goods does not get to your China warehouse?
And that's what we have said. If you give us the supplier's contact, we are going to contact the Chinese police, and it's going to be taken up. So there are agencies in China that handle such. If it's Alibaba himself will take it up. If the contact was made from Alibaba, they will have to shut down the person's Alibaba store, shut down every account the person has. So there's many ways to trace them, since it was an online business. So you don't have any issue. Just send a mail to China Factory Direct, explaining the situation with the detail of the supplier, and they will track them down.
Whoa. Thank you very much, sir. What a great meeting. What a great opportunity for you to talk through.
Thank you so much.
Through this light. So thank you everyone for making it a part
Thank you
of
so
this
much. Thank you.
seminar. Thank you. At this point, we want to call it a day. Have a great evening.